Hi guys, Mr. Hill here with a slightly different maths lesson. We've finished, well I say finished, we've come to the end of our time doing multiplication and division. So this is your opportunity to really show off and show me what you've learnt and that you understand how to use it to answer some questions. As I said, this is your opportunity to show us how well you can do with what we have learnt in maths for the last few weeks. This work is to be completed on your own as best as possible. That means adults, no peeking over their shoulders, and make sure they've got what they need. So they'll need a pencil, they'll need some paper, they might need a rubber, but they don't need any help today. This is their opportunity to show off and show how well they can do. Okay, have you got everything? Have you got a pencil? Have you got some paper? Do you have a rubber just in case you make a mistake? If you haven't got all those things, pause the video and come back when you have. Okay, you have everything you need now. Fantastic. Let's get started. Our first page is asking us to calculate. So question 1, 312 times 3. 312 divided by 3. 1371 times 7. 798 divided by 5. Question 2 is to complete the calculation. So you need to find the numbers that will go in the gaps. So there's 2 numbers missing. You need to work out what they are. Number 3, Jack is thinking of a number. When he multiplies a number by 7, he gets 161. What is Jack's number? Complete the grid for the multiplication 36 times 14. Use the grid to work it out. Pause the video here to complete this page. How did we get on with that page? You'll be pleased to know you've only got one more page to do. So, question 5. I'll read these through. You listen, and then you can pause the video when I'm finished reading through them, and you can complete your work. Question 5. In a theatre, there are 45 rows of chairs. There are 36 chairs in each row. How many chairs are there altogether? Question 6. Jen and Max each have 5-digit cards. They have 1, 4, 5, 7, and 8. Jen arranges her cards to make a 3-digit and a 2-digit number. She multiplies the 2 numbers together. What is her answer? Max arranges his cards to make a 3-digit and 2 number. He multiplies his numbers and his answer ends in a 5. What could the 3-digit and 2-digit number be? Question 7. A jacket costs £52. 8 jackets and 3 skirts cost £653. How much does a skirt cost? Question 8. Some cards are shared between 7 boxes. There are 63 cards in each box and 4 left over. How many cards were shared between the boxes? Number 9. Work out 25 times 87 times 4. Can you explain or show your method? Pause the video here to complete this work. Okay, finished? Suppose you'd like some answers then, wouldn't you? So let's get started. If you haven't finished, please go back, make sure you are done. Now, ready for the answers? Question 1. 312 times 3 is 936. 312 divided by 3 is 104. 1371 times 7 is 9597. 798 divided by 5 is 159 with a remainder of 3. Looking at question 2, we've had 2 missing numbers. So we've got 6 times 7. So if we start here, let me just change my mouse so you can see it a little bit more easily. Here we go. So we're looking here, we start with the ones for our multiplication. 6 times 7 makes 42. Our 2 goes in our ones and we exchange the 4. Now, we've still got 4 in here. What could go in here? Well, 0 fits really nicely because we know that 6 times 0 is 0. Whenever you multiply anything by 0, you get 0. That gives us our 4 in here. We're now multiplying 6 times 2, which gives us 12. So we have our 1 exchanged across and our 2 to go in here. So the 2 missing numbers, we had 0 from our number at the top, and we had 2 from our product at the bottom. Question 3. Jack is thinking of a number. When he multiplies his number by 7, he gets 161. What is Jack's number? So let's work this through together. I'll talk you through how I'm going to work it out. So I've multiplied something, so I need to do the inverse. So I'm going to set up my bus stop. My 7 goes on the outside and my 161 goes on the inside. I can't divide 1 by 7, so I need to exchange that up. So I cannot do anything like that. It's going to be a 0. I'm now dividing 16 by 7. Closest I can get is 14, so that's 2 lots of 7. I've then got 2 more to exchange up. So I'm now dividing 21 by 7. Gives me the answer of 3. So Jack's original number was 23. Question 4. Complete the grid. The grid method, or the area method, we did plenty of practice with last week, so it should be quite fresh in your memory and how to do it. So you're going to multiply each box. So here is 10 times 6 for 60. Here is 4 times 30 for 120. And here, 24 is 6 times 4. To find the answer for all of these, you just add them all together. Nice and simple. Let's move on to our next page of answers. So we've got 5 rows of theatre tickets. Sorry, there are 45 rows of chairs. There are 36 chairs in each row. What the question is asking us to do is work out how many chairs there are altogether. So to do that, it's asking us to solve 45 rows with 36 chairs. So that's the method we're looking for. We're multiplying two-digit numbers together. Sorry, I tripped over that one. That gives us our answer of 1,620. So it's really important that we look carefully at our questions and we really look to see where the answers are coming from. Question 6. Jen and Max each have 5-digit cards. Jen arranges her cards to make a 3-digit and a 2-digit number. So The correct method is using our written method. So with our columns, everything on top of each other. So we make sure our ones are on top of our ones, our tens are on top of our tens. We get a mark here for the correct method, and you also get a mark for the correct answer. So this one's actually worth 2 marks. So Max arranges his cards to make a 3-digit and 2-digit number. He multiplies his numbers and his answer ends in 5. What could the 3-digit and 2-digit number be? What we need to make sure is that the 2 numbers at the end, so the numbers in the ones column, when we multiply them together, they end in a 5. So they're in the 5 times table. We get that by having 5 times 1 or 1 times 5, 7 times 5 or 5 times 7. So if your answer has your 2 numbers either ending in 1 or 5 or 7 and 5, doesn't matter which way around they are, you can have the mark for that question because you found one way of doing it. As a little challenge, could you maybe find the other ways of doing it when you finish marking your questions? Question 7. This one requires a little bit more effort to it. There's a few steps to complete here. There's 2 marks again for this question. So if we look at this, a jacket costs £52. 8 jackets and 3 skirts cost £653 altogether. So we need to work out how much of the £653 was spent on jackets. And we do that by multiplying 8 and 52. So 52 times 8 gives us the cost of the jackets. We subtract that from 653. That gives us 237. If you got that far, well done, you get 1 mark. For the second mark, you need to look at the last part of our question. How much does a skirt cost? It's asking us to find out how much 1 skirt costs. We know from the question we've bought 3 skirts. So we need to divide 237 by 3. That'll give us our answer of 79. So if you've got 79, you get both of the marks because you've done everything correctly. If you've got 237, you get 1 mark. You've done half the question. Anything else than that, I'm really sorry, you don't get any marks. Some cards are shared between 7 boxes. There are 63 cards in each box and 4 left over. How many cards were shared between the boxes? So we need to look again carefully at how we've got to this answer. So I know I've got 7 boxes and I know in each box there are 63 cards. So I can do 63 and I'm going to multiply that by 7. 3 times 7 is 21. So my 1's going to go here. I'm going to exchange here. 6 times 7 is 42. Add the 2 makes 44. That will go there. I'll exchange again. 7 times nothing makes nothing. Add the 4, 441. What I need to remember to add on is my 4 here that were left over. So if I've got 441, I'm afraid that's not correct. We need to have the 4 left over. That will tell us how many cards we shared between the boxes. Okay, question 9. There was a really tricky way of doing this, and there was a really easy way of doing this. The tricky way would have been to do 25 times 87, work out the answer for that one, and then multiply it by 4. But if we look at the numbers we're multiplying, we can use our number knowledge. I know that 1/4 of 100 is 25. So if I'm multiplying 25 by 4, that makes 100. Then all I'm doing is multiplying 87 by 100. What that gives me is I just move everything 2 places up the place value chart. So to the left, if you've got your place value chart, and the 87 becomes 8,700. So how did you get on? What did you find difficult? Have a look back through the answers. Was it the multiplication that was more difficult? Was it the division? The videos are on YouTube to help you. So if you need to practice on some of these questions, go back, rewatch the videos. I've also put 2 extra videos up on our playlist, which go over some of the tricks we've used for division. So you can see me talking my way through it, showing you how to do it. Well done. Please share your answers with me on Tapestry so I can have a look at how you've worked them out. Definitely share your score with me so I can see how well you've got on. I'll look forward to seeing it, your work. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you again for our next video.